Hi everybody, Lynn Burkhead, Outdoor Sportsman Group. I'm with Brad Henry of Minn Kota Humminbird, and you guys always come out with great new products. You're one of the great innovative leaders in the industry. You've come out with something that's, well, it's bigger than I am. You come out with a Riptide. Tell me about this, 87 inches.
So this is our new Riptide Terrova. So if you've been a saltwater angler, I'm sure you've heard of the Riptide Terrova. But what we found is the people with larger and larger boats want that powerful trolling motor technology that was not able to fit on their boats before. The motor just didn't fit to or reach down to the water. So we decided, let's go as big as we possibly could, and we now have an 87-inch shaft, which allows us to get on larger and larger boats, and that will give those anglers features like spot lock. So up until now, those anglers would have to take an anchor and throw it overboard or continue to drift back and forth. Now with the push of a button, they can activate the spot lock mode and just electronically anchor them in place.
So we're in Florida right now as we're doing this, and obviously bay boats are everywhere in Florida, offshore type boats that are going to go out a mile or two out, be looking for grouper and snapper and that kind of thing. This technology was just previously unavailable to them because the boats simply were a little bit too big.
That's correct, and not that the motor wasn't powerful enough before. We just didn't have enough long enough shaft to get that motor into the water. So now those boats can go offshore and they can find a nice shipwreck or something like that, hit that spot lock button, just start fishing, and it frees up a lot more time and a lot less frustration for your time on the water.
This is more than 7 feet. It's way bigger than I am. This would be a great starting center on a basketball team.
Yeah, exactly, yeah.
So it's not just a long shaft. There's a lot of other technology involved in this. You mentioned the spot lock. That is so incredible, so innovative. You can be out even on the ocean where you got a lot of rolling waves coming through, but you can stay right where you are on the wreck, on the drop-off, on the particular spot that the fish are at.
Absolutely. That's what's nice about the motor. Not only does it have the power to hold you there, it has that innovation to it. So Spot Lock is one feature of a suite of features we call iPilot Link. So that would allow this motor to also link to a Humminbird fish finder. It allow you to not only spot lock, but to do something what we call autopilot, record tracks, recall or go to waypoints, which will allow the motor to automatically take over navigation controls and pretty much drive you there and let you fish.
So you got this handheld unit right here.
Absolutely.
And say you're a dad and you got your kids out for a day of fishing, they need to be on the front deck. You can be back by the center console, you can be back by the steering wheel, and you can be controlling the trolling motor.
Yeah, that's what's nice. From anywhere on the boat with the touchscreen remote, you can control it. So if you do have either kids or if you're a guide and you have customers up there, you want them in the prime spot in the front of the boat. So this allows you to run it from anywhere. And also, because this has iPilot Link, it's part of what we call our one boat network. So our motors will tie into Humminbird fish finders and create this virtual network. So you could also operate this motor fully from the controls of the fish finder as well. So we give you multiple options to make sure that no matter what kind of boat setup you have, what kind of angler you have, or who you have on the boat, you have every option available to make it the most convenient for you.
Now, this would work great on some of the bigger boats on the Great Lakes, where you do some fishing for maybe salmon offshore or that kind of thing. But saltwater along the Florida coast, the Gulf Coast, the Atlantic coast, the Pacific coast, it is a totally different animal. It wreaks havoc on equipment. Is this durable enough for the saltwater?
So as Minn Kota, we've been making saltwater motors for decades. And over that period of time, we've continued to improve that process and then refine that process, because I don't think that you could find anything that's totally corrosive free. And so what you're trying to do is slow down that effects of saltwater. Saltwater eventually eat and kill everything. But what we found is we have a proprietary process that we use, which allows us to coat the motor in multiple layers that will keep out that saltwater corrosion. Even if the paint gets scratched, that salt water won't get to the important parts to make it corrode.
All right, so you've got the length, 87 inches. You've got all of the Humminbird and Minn Kota technology built into this. It is a great piece of equipment, not just maybe for, say, the Great Lakes freshwater, but also great equipment for the saltwater as well.
Absolutely.
All right, it is the Minn Kota Terrova.
Terrova, yes.
Terrova Riptide.
Yes.
Where can people learn more about Minn Kota products?
If you go to minnkotamotors.com, you can find this motor and our entire line of products.
Okay.
So
All right.
See you there.
For Brad Hendry of Minn Kota and Humminbird, I'm Lynn Burkhead of OSG. Have a great day of fishing, everybody.